we're gonna do some things like some fly, so with our shoulders and head on the bench, and some rows with our hand on the bench, and that being on the bench will give us a little more room to row. But everything we do can also be done on the ground. So if you don't have a bench or you have a chair and it doesn't allow for the flies, you can also do it on the ground. All right, let's get busy. Start with those jumping jacks. Remember to modify, and you can modify if you need to not be going overhead. You can do this. Back each side. High knees in 3, 2, 1, and here it is. Again, remember to modify. You need to take some jumping out. Start leg kicks in 2, 1. Right here, kick it out. We're gonna hug our knee in for a little stretch and balance right here. Nice and tall through that torso, shoulders down. You can roll that ankle out. And switch legs. Once you hug that knee in, make sure you're nice and tall again in that torso. And release. Go ahead, take your inchworms. I'm gonna let somebody in. Take 2 more. And last one. And release. All right, our first round, we're gonna do that step forward, step back lunge. Right leg first, then our left leg. Then we're gonna do our row from the bench. So you have your weight. So first time through, we're gonna work our right side. Second time we'll work our left. Third time through, we'll switch halfway, okay? Modification, do it on the ground, and you can modify with your weight. And then skull crushers from the bench. So just like when we're on the ground, we're gonna get our head and shoulders. This also works with one of those big yoga balls, if you have one of those. And just here, and skull crush it out. So using your abdominal muscles, your glutes to keep your hips up, okay? And then, what else do we have? Oh, and then we'll do some curls. Okay, so let's start with that. Lunge, forward and back, right here. Oops, sorry, that's my left leg. And really, it doesn't matter which leg you work first, because we're gonna do both of them. Take your time to hit each mark. So hit down, up, and then your step back. And yes, it's a balance challenge as well. 10 more seconds here and we'll switch sides. And switch sides right here. I'm gonna move to this spot. That mat is too squishy for that kind of business. Good, keep that chest up, keep looking ahead. Here we are, last 6 seconds. Now we're gonna take our row. Right here, grab your row weight. Nice wide stance and row with your right. So when you let that arm come down, carefully don't let that shoulder disengage. Keep it engaged the whole time. Good, stay with me. Skull crushers are next. 10 seconds. And 1. Good job. I'm gonna take my oranges. All right, lay yourself back so head and shoulders are supported and keep those hips up. So keeping those hips up, you're using your abdominal muscles and your glutes. Maybe you're doing this from the ground with your legs at tabletop, so knees right over those hips. Good. Bicep curls are next. Right here. Go ahead and come up to standing. And we're gonna angle it out. Curl. Come to 90, squeeze it together. 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 Good, stay with me. Nice and steady in your torso. So if your weight's so heavy, you're kind of doing this with your body. Put those weights down and grab something more sustainable and manageable. Good, here's our lunge. Right leg. Stay on that same leg. Keep looking ahead and try to find something to look at that's not moving to help with that balance. And good engagement in that core. Nice and tall. You don't need to rush through this. Good. Switching legs here in 3, 2, 1. Your sides are different, so check in about that. What you need to do, what you need to adjust a little bit. Keep in mind when you step forward, that heel is your brake. You want to step heel first when you step forward. 10 seconds here, and we're rowing on our left side. 2, 1. Grab your weights for your left side row. and go. Again, keeping that shoulder engaged. Don't let it drop. Good, stay with me here, 10 seconds. Skull crushers in 3, 2, 1. Release. Go ahead and set yourself up. Maybe you're a little quicker than I am. Good. If you're on a bench or a yoga ball, make sure those hips stay up. You're nice and steady here. If you're on the ground and you're ready for that challenge, you can extend those legs when you flex through those elbows. Good. Here we go. Come on up. Ready for those bicep curls. Angle it out and up. 90, squeeze. 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 10 more seconds here, and then back to our lunges. Up. 90, squeeze. Up. 90, good. Here we go. Ten seconds and we'll switch legs. Good. Stay with me here. There it is. Here we go. Second side. Check in. Core is engaged. You're looking ahead. Careful your head's not bobbing around and looking at other things. That is challenging for our balance. Good. 10 seconds here. 2, and 1. Here we go with our row. So a little bit half on each side. Ten seconds here and we'll switch sides. Keep that belly button, hold to the spine. 2, 1, switch sides. Really squeeze that lat and that shoulder blade, pull it up. 3, 2, 1. Skull crushers. And here it is. Good core engagement. Perhaps you're squeezing those kegels. From a bench or ball, hips are up. You're on the ground. Knees stay over those hips, unless you're adding that extension. Good. Stay with me. Curls are next. Right here. Here's our curls. Curl. 90, squeeze. Curl. 90, squeeze. Curl. 90, squeeze. Curl. 90, squeeze. Good. Curl. 90, squeeze. Curl. 90, squeeze. Stay with me. Keep those wrists neutral. Watch that they're not overextending. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Grab some water. All right. So we're going to do our lateral lunge. You can either do a step out or you can put your leg on the bench. Okay? So we're going to work our right and then our left. So if your foot's on the bench, you're here. Okay? And if you're stepping out, it's here. Okay? All right. And then we've got, we're going to bridge with our feet on the bench. And then we're going to do some plank. Hands on the ground, feet on the bench. And then, hang on, I'm going to let somebody in. And then we're going to do more curls, because those are fun. All right, so here we go. Ready for that lateral lunge. You can add weight or not. That's up to you. Bench or step out. 2, 1. Here it is. Okay. We're staying on this side. We'll work the next side next. So again, that chest stays lifted. It helps to have hands behind your head or on your hips, or you can have them out to the side. Good, stay with me. Your foot, to me, it makes more sense to have your toes pointing up if your foot's on the bench. But if that's not comfortable, you can play with it this way. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Flip it around and go. Make sure that movement's coming from that flexion and extension in your knee. And then you kind of follow with your hips. Good, 10 seconds here. And then we're on the ground for some bridging. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. So if you're putting your feet on your chair or your bench, you want to scoot your butt up nice and close. Feet on and bridge it up. Now you can add weight if you want. Maybe the first time through, you just kind of see what this feels like. Unless you've done this a gazillion times and you know. You know. So that bench just gives us a little more room to push and get extra squeeze in our butt. Modification, do this with your feet on the ground, like we've been doing. Good. Stay with me here. We're going to flip over. Feet. Here we go. Feet on the bench. Hands on the ground. Modification, keep it all on the ground or put your hands on the bench. Feet on the ground. So we're going to work shoulder taps and a march. So it's going to go tap, tap, march, march, tap, tap, march, march. Careful whether you're tapping or marching. Those hips both continue to face the ground. So take your time. You don't need to race through. 7 seconds. Curls are next. Good, come on up. Grab your curl weights. And we're just gonna work it. Just palms up, up and down, up and down. Let's slow her down. 3, 2, 1, up. 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 Last one, and release. Here's our lateral lunge, and go. Good. And just like with a regular old squat, you want your weight in that heel, and you're sending that butt back behind you. Keep that chest up though. So no one's doing this. None of that. You should be able to be looking ahead the whole time. And switch sides. Again, good core engagement. If your hands are behind your head, squeeze your shoulder blades just a little bit. Keep those elbows wide. Good, 10 seconds here, and we're into our bridge. 3, 2, 1. Down on the ground. Add weights if you like, and bridge it up. You can also just bring arms overhead. You can have weights in these arms if you want. So if you feel like having your arms up here is challenging your balance in a way you're not comfortable, put them back down. So this is just the add-on if you like. And this also can be done from one of those yoga balls, if that's what you have instead of a bench, and flip it over. Ready for our plank. I'm gonna move my plank to the ground. It's a little much for my shoulder. So, but whether you're on the ground or your bench, tap, tap, march, march, tap, tap, march, march, tap, tap, march, march, tap, tap, march, march. If you want to try a tap and a march at the same time, you can do that. Again, stay facing the ground though. And it would be opposite hand, opposite foot. Here's our curls. Oops. And up for 3, 2, 1, release. 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 10 seconds. 2, 1, release. Up for 3, 2, 1, release. Up for 3, 2, there we go. All right, here we go. Last time through. And lateral lunge. Good. Little pinch between pinch the shoulder blades a little bit. Keep those elbows wide if they're here behind your head, but they can be across your chest, hips, out to the side, wherever it makes the most sense for you. Keep good core engagement. Keep looking ahead. switch. Again, set yourself up again. Little shoulder blade pinch, chest up, looking ahead. Good core engagement. Five seconds here, and we're down on the ground for our bridge. And release. Come on down. And bridge it up. And back down. Bridge it up. And back down. And up. When you go up, get that last little squeeze. And make sure those knees are squeezing together. We don't want them flaring out. Good. Having my feet on the bench really helps me keep an eye on my legs to make sure that I am squeezing them together. On the ground, ooh, flip it over, plank. So on the ground or on your bench, and tap, tap, march, march. And you can combine them if you want, or keep doing them separate. I'm just gonna stick with my march here. My shoulder's feeling better, but you can tell I'm pushing it a little bit. So. Good. Tap, tap, march. Here we go. And up for 3, 2, 1, lower. 3, 2, 1. Up for 3, 2, 1, lower. 3, 2, 1. Up for 3, 2, 1, lower. 3, 2, 1. Up for 3, 2, 1, and lower. 3, 2, 1. Up for 3, 2, 1, lower. 3, 2, 1. Up for 3, 2, 1, lower. Good. And this is your little bit of break. Grab your water. Round 3. We're going to do some good mornings standing on the bench. If you are not comfortable with that, stay on the ground. And then we're going to put our feet on the bench, hands on the ground. We're going to do some plank kick throughs. So your knee will come to your chest, twist, kick it through. Okay, and we'll do the other side. And then we've got, what else do we have? Chest flies from the bench. So we're going to put our head and shoulders on the bench, take some chest flies. Again, modify from the ground. And then C-star crunch on the ground, and then tricep push-ups on the bench. Okay, here we go. So go ahead and hop up on that bench. If you want to do these from the bench, modification, just do them from the ground. So feet, shoulder, hip width apart. Hinge at your hips. Squeeze your glutes and your hams to get back up. Again, keep those shoulder blades. You want to keep them squeezed together just a little bit. Okay? So what I don't want to see when I see this happening, no, that's not keeping things engaged. Good, 10 seconds here, and we're going to go into our plank with the kick through, okay? 3, 2, 1. Good. Come down off the bench carefully first. Feet on the bench, or you can be on the ground. And knee to chest, twist, kick. Other side, chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, twist, kick, chest, twist, kick, chest, twist, kick. C-star crunches coming in 3, 2, 1. Right here. Down on your mat. Legs wide and your feet can hover. Oh. Tricep push-ups are next. 2, 1. All right. So from the wall, the bench, or the floor, hands shoulder width apart. Keep those elbows in. They graze your rib cage. Keep that belly button pulled in. Oh, I forgot our plank flies, or our flies from the bench. We'll do those next. And release. Okay, grab your weights. Sorry, we're way out of order, but that's okay. On your bench here, and arms come out for your chest fly right here. So you can do this on your back, on the mat. The thing about being elevated is it just provides more room for your arms to open. Keep in mind this is controlled. Your abdominal muscles, your glutes and your hamstrings are keeping those hips lifted. Again, this is something you can do from one of those big yoga balls. I call them yoga balls. I don't know if they're really yoga balls. I've never actually seen one used in yoga. All right, up on top of the bench for those good mornings. And hinge, and up, and hinge. Good. Remember, you're coming up because you're squeezing that butt and those hamstrings. And your torso stays nice and long. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Ready for your plank. We'll do chest fly after this. Twist, kick. Good. Chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, kick. I need to walk myself. Chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, kick. Chest, twist, kick. 10 seconds. Chest, twist, kick. 2, 1. Good. Grab your chest fly weights. Let's go back to that. All right, here we go. And fly. Together. Fly. Together. Keep those hips up. If you're on the ground, you could bring your legs into tabletop. So knees over hips. That can kind of create a little more challenge. Your abs have to stay more engaged to stay stable. But if that position hurts your back, put your feet back on the floor. Good. And come on down. We're gonna do some C-star crunch. Woo! This round is challenging me. Speed. Keep your chin tucked. 5 seconds. Tricep push-ups. Here they are. Keep your gaze slightly ahead. People tend to do this. Lift that head. Look slightly ahead. Abs pulled in. You're squeezing your kegels, right? Five seconds. And back to our good mornings. Grab that heavy weight or whatever weight you've been using. And hinge. Squeeze. Remember, you can keep this on the ground, especially if this position makes you nervous. You do not want anybody falling. Breathing. Keep that little pinch in your shoulder blades, even as you hinge, and gravity wants to pull them apart. 3, 2, 1. Here's our plank. Chest, twist, kick. 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 10 seconds. And we have our flies. 3, 2, 1. Good. Grab your fly weights. Find your bench or the ground. And fly it out. Check in with yourself. If you're on a bench or ball, you're lifting those hips. If you're on the ground, your core's still engaged because it's stabilizing you. Maybe you have your feet on the ground. Maybe you have your legs in tabletop. Good. Release. C-star crunch. All right, maybe by the third time through. I've got my space worked out. And tricep push-ups. All right, here we go. And down. I'm actually gonna move to the ground. Proving a little much for my shoulders. I should probably be on a wall. Good, stay with me here. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Grab some water. We got a little bit of a breather. So I think we all really loved this one from last week, right? So we're gonna do that one, work right, left. We're gonna do our bird dog from plank. So we kind of sort of already did it, but we're gonna do it again. So, you know, this is bird dog, right? So you can work it from your hands and knees or from plank, okay? And then we've got earthquake and then our plank with weight drag. So you want your heavy weight for that one. All right, here we go. And tap, hop, tap, hop, tap, hop. Good. This is the only jumping we're doing in this class today. Remember to modify, come up to your toes if you need to take that hop out. 5 seconds, we're gonna switch sides. Woo! And here we go. And tap, hop, switch my arms. Woo! I feel like I'm leaning a lot on that side. Good, 10 seconds. Okay, plank bird dog. So you have your hands and feet a little wide and just work, lifting, opposite hand, opposite foot. Modification, go to your knees or just work one limb. Take your time. I want your chest and hips to keep facing that ground. Earthquake is next. All right, up, find that sticky spot, twist, reach for the opposite foot. Twist, reach, twist, reach, twist, reach, twist, reach. Good. Remember, keep it sticky. When you twist, you should be shaking just a little bit. Good, we're gonna do our plank weight drag. I'm actually gonna, so you guys can work plank weight drag. Drag that weight to the opposite side. I need to get off my shoulder, so I'm gonna do something different. I'm just gonna work my dead bug. So if you need to work something different, go ahead. But I'm sad I can't do plank weight drag. Truly, it's one of my favorites. When you drag that weight, make sure that you're nice and stable. Again, those hips continue to face the ground. Up, standing, and here we go. Hop, step, hop, step, hop, step, hop. Good. Here we go, last 3, 2, 1. Here we go, and other side, hop. We're gonna go back to plank bird dog. I'm gonna work something a little bit different. I'm gonna be in plank, but I'm gonna go for my forearms and work my knee dip. So you can join me if you want, or work that bird dog. 10 seconds. Woo. Wait, hang on, pause. Pause. Actually, let's do some curls. So no plank bird dog, unless you really want to. Let's work some curls. All right. Grab your curl weights and let's hammer curl. Up, down, return. Up, down, return. So this is steady. Keep that stable elbow. Keep it just slightly in front of your ribs. Up, down, return. 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 Last one. And earthquake. Here we go. Have a seat. So we're gonna switch it up on that. Up on you like that. I didn't realize how much shoulder work I had planned with all the planks I had planned. Good, stay with me. We are gonna do our plank weight drag. I'm gonna do my dead bug. So plank weight drag for most of you, dead bug for me. You are welcome to join me in dead bug. Whatever you're doing, your abdominal muscles are engaged. You're keeping your hips and shoulders and torso squared off, either to the floor or the ceiling. I could say sky, but I don't think anybody's outside. Well, if you are undercover, like I am. Keep those abdominal muscles pulled in and up to standing. Last time here, step, hop, step, hop. Good. I feel so fresh in the beginning. And when it doesn't take long, where it stops feeling fresh. Seven seconds. There we go. And reach, hop. Stay with me, 10 seconds. Curls. All right, here we go. And up, down, return. Palms are facing each other. Return. Keep that stable elbow slightly in front of that rib cage, or in front of your torso. Good. Stay with me here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Earthquake. Have a seat. Sit it back and twist. Reach. Twist. Reach. Yes, you could add weight to this. You can be holding a weight if you so desire. Ten seconds. 2, and 1. Good job. All right, plank weight drag or dead bug. Again, abdominal muscles pulled in, hips, shoulders, torso, all squared off to your floor or your ceiling. Good. And release. We're going to wrap up with a little balance work. Grab your water. Yeah, we have a perfect amount of time. So we're going to work a little eagle. And it's just my way of allowing all of us to send some good luck or well-wishing to our election day. So we're going to start, we're going to work ourselves into Warrior 3, and then we'll come back through into Eagle. If you don't know what Eagle is, that's okay. I'll walk you through it. So let's start. Hands by your side, and you're going to be weight on your left leg, and you're just going to come in to Warrior 3 here. Hold it for 2 breaths. Again, square those hips off so they're facing the ground. And then we're going to open our arms out to the side and hinge up. Bring our knee up to our chest. And then we're going to cross that right leg over that left leg. Woo. You're going to kind of sit back a little bit. And then you're going to bring your arms forward. Cross your right arm over your left. And just sit here. Hold it for a few breaths. Nice deep breaths. I think this is Eagle. Some variation of it. This isn't my most flexible move. And go ahead and release those arms. Woo! Try not to fall. Come up to standing, knee to chest, bring it down. Let's work our other side. And weight in your right leg. Hinge into Warrior 3 here. Bring your arms out to the side. Hinge through that hip, bring that knee to your chest. Cross left leg over right leg. And this time, woo, we're gonna cross our left arm over our right arm and sit into it for a few breaths. Go ahead and release those arms up to the side. Come on up and set it down. Well done with that eagle. Let's stretch out. Nice wide straddle here. Hinge from your hips. And come on down to center. Just hang here. Nod your head yes. Shake it no. We're gonna walk ourselves over to our right leg, hug our right leg, whatever you can reach, and bend through that left knee. Release. Walk through to our left side, hug our left leg, bend through that right knee. And release. Good. Walk yourself forward and then step your feet together. So now you're in down dog. Heel toe your feet out. Rotate your armpits so that they're facing your ears. Keep pedaling those feet. And we're gonna walk our hands and our feet together. Bring your feet as close together as possible. And then I want you to bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Bend your right knee and twist, reaching that left arm up towards the sky. Release that. Reach your left hand to the outside of your right leg, bend your left knee, and twist and open up, reaching for the sky with your right hand. And release. Go ahead and soften through your knees, hands behind your head. Roll it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And let's roll those shoulders up and back. 1, 2, 3, and bring them forward. 1, 2, 3, and go ahead and give yourself a hug. Shimmy those shoulder blades down. And open it back up and give yourself a hug. And nice big inhale. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. Nice work, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Lots of deep breaths today. And I will see you all, some of you tomorrow and some of you on Thursday.
Thanks, Molly.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye, guys.
Today.
Thanks, Molly.
Love to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't need luck. We're gonna win.
Thanks for joining us, Petra.